Alright, good day everybody. It is April 5th, 2026, and we got some wrestling news to cover because it's going to discuss the most recent episode of SmackDown and what seems to be legitimate gripes with Cody Rhodes, those inside of WWE when it comes to TKOs getting involved with the WrestleMania 42 plans, and this stemming from what happened this recent episode of SmackDown where the payoff apparently with Randy Orton calling somebody to help be in his corner and saying like, oh, there's more than one royal family in wrestling or whatever the phrasing was, and it just turned out to be Pat McAfee. Like, I don't get how that's more than one royal family unless you think last name you're thinking antivirus, even though it's a different pronunciation. But afterwards, Cody managed to cut a promo, which was seemingly a shoot, which was done as on behalf of WWE and Cody himself towards TKO making this decision because it was, I believe it was Ari Emanuel, I believe his name is in TKO, that requested this, which made absolutely no sense, but we're going to cover the article here, and the link will be in the description, courtesy of NoDQ.com. Headline reading, Cody Rhodes and others in WWE reportedly have legitimate gripes with TKO's involvement in WrestleMania 42 storyline. Of course, publisher being Aaron Riff, shout out to Aaron, by the way. As seen during the April 3rd, 2026 edition of WWE SmackDown, Pat McAfee, not McAfee or McAfee or any other way, was revealed as Randy Orton's mystery phone caller after he attacked WWE Champion Cody Rhodes. Later on in the show, Cody returned to the ring and cut a promo. And this was another instance where McAfee just jumped in the ring and kicked Cody in the nuts because people like to treat Cody like AJ Styles, just be like balls over and over again. Mike Johnson of PWInsider.com noted that according to several talent that were spoken to, McAfee was hidden before his segment on SmackDown and people were unaware of his surprise appearance. Michael Hayes and Bobby Roode reportedly produced the segment while writer Christian Scoville was also listed internally. Johnson noted the following on Cody Rhodes' promo. Cody Rhodes' promo responding to the attack was not listed internally on the planned rundown of the show. There is a belief among some that some of Cody Rhodes' comments were him shooting about TKO, WWE's partner company, having inserted McAfee into the storyline. Sources indicate Body Slam Plus that Cody was told from members of the creative team to go to the ring and shoot from the hip about McAfee and TKO. It is believed that Cody and other members of creative have legitimate gripes with TKO for sticking their nose in storylines close to WrestleMania multiple years in a row. Now, I agree that this is a legitimate issue because people look at the storyline and it makes absolutely no logical sense for McAfee to get involved. I know people were speculating, other people thinking, oh, it could have been Ted DiBiase Jr. brought in now that he's cleared of his charges and everything and be like, hey, we got the third man from Legacy in there to try to spice things up and get personal and be in the mix, but unfortunately that has not become the case. But it's like McAfee just does not make a lick of sense, and it made the whole segment feel like it was just completely pointless. Like, oh, it's this guy. And now he's given the stipulation that, oh, if Randy does not win at WrestleMania, then McAfee is going to leave WWE. Which, though, that stipulation, like, you've seen this so many times, just to try to build some kind of interest, but it's just like, there's no point in building interest when it comes to McAfee's stance in the company, when he just didn't really play an interesting factor in this. And it's nothing personal against McAfee. It's just like, his inclusion makes no logical sense and does not make things more interesting. Like I said, would have been better with somebody else. Like, you could have had The Rock suddenly get involved, being like, oh, he's aligned with Randy Orton, because, like, we still got to remember the stuff with Rock and Cody from the year prior, but they still never followed up on any of that. But The Rock would have been a more interesting choice. McAfee makes no sense. And like I said, with the whole, there were more than one royal family thing, and then Cody cutting the promo saying like, oh, it's about as interesting as if the NWO was formed and the third man was actually Disco Inferno instead of Hogan. Which is like, okay, true. And that's the equivalent right here. You got a lackluster payoff because TKO's getting involved in the storyline. And this was also something that I saw on social media. Like, people, before this started to come out, people immediately blamed Triple H. You got to remember, he's the head of creative. He's got people above him that he has to listen to. Are there some stuff that he probably did that could use criticism? Yes. But not everything is his fault by default. Like, when you have people that are above you, that are your bosses, you have to technically listen. It's like when you're at your current job, you have people that you have to, like, abide by when it comes to the rules, unfortunately. But, it's like, I don't get what TKO was, like, even thinking, because it's just like I just said, this made no sense. And it did not make anything more interesting. It's just draw more criticism than praise or any hype or anything. So it's just like, hopefully they can try to deviate somehow, but it's just like, it feels unlikely, because we've we've seen TKO and how they control WWE in terms of like the storyline stuff and their like influence on financing and prices checking or listing prices for WWE ticket sales and everything, which is becoming a big problem. Like, this is not going to help drive ticket sales for WrestleMania, which is already struggling compared to last year. Let's be honest. And plus, that promo even McAfee even cut afterwards, saying like, "Oh, I'm tired of seeing two 5'5" guys having 45-minute Iron Man matches every week for 10 weeks straight." Like, when does that ever happen in WWE? Yeah, we've seen a lot of cases of rematches happening over and over from like smaller guys, but never like to say 45-minute Iron Man matches week after week is quite the exaggeration. It's like, yeah, there are some legit criticisms that can be taken a bit from his promo, but it's kind of like a big stretch and everything from how he described what we see on TV. We're not going to see big muscled up men and everything like we saw back in the 80s with like Warrior, Hogan, Savage, Jake, Hercules, stuff like that. It's like wrestlers are built different. Like, we had to even start moving to the smaller guys when we went to the New Generation era because of the whole steroid scandal. But it's just like, things are never going to be what they were. Wrestling can't go backwards. It has to keep going forward and progressing in a way instead of going back to where it once was. If we had stuff back in the 80s, like that format now, it would not work. People would be hating wrestling more than ever, guaranteed. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you all think about this news about TKO's like inclusion into the storylines and having influence here? Because it's like, I think they have legitimate reasons to be like having gripes against TKO and everything. It's just like, let Triple H and the creative team work on this and not have TKO get involved, especially if it's some kind of booking situation that makes no logical sense, such as this. Because they're already struggling to try to maintain any kind of interest or whatever building a WrestleMania outside of maybe just the CM Punk Roman Reigns promos and everything. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll catch you all next time. Thanks for watching, folks. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out, and good day, everybody.